9 huge home and away spoilers for next week. What's next in Summer Bay? Next week on Home and Away, Felicity is heartbroken by Rory's actions. Elsewhere, Xander listens in on a secret chat between Dana and Harper. Irene's relapse leads to a showdown, and Cash makes a big decision. Read on for our collection of 9 massive home and away spoilers. 1. Rory makes a confession. Rory goes to the police station and tells Cash he wants to make a statement. Cash taunts him, until Rory reveals that Dingo didn't kill McGraw, he did. Rory explains that McGraw was snooping around the River Boys operation for months, and the constant surveillance drove Dingo insane. When Rory arrived on the scene, McGraw was already unconscious. McGraw would have identified Dingo, so Rory couldn't let him leave alive. Following this revelation, Cash arrests Rory for murder. 2. Felicity is devastated. Felicity begs him to fight, but Rory walks past her like a ghost. Felicity pleads with Cash to put a stop to this, but he tells her Rory's fingerprints were on the murder weapon. Cash and Eden worry about a despondent Felicity, and Eden encourages Cash to support his sister. Felicity tells Cash she needs to see the man she loves, and he relents, taking her to see an ice-cold Rory. Rory confirms what Cash told her is true and apologizes to Felicity, urging her to forget him. Cash's concern for Felicity escalates as she is unreachable in the wake of Rory's declaration. 3. Xander overhears a revealing conversation. Dana reassures Harper that they'll face this together. Harper then decides she's going to keep the baby, but Xander has heard them talking and assumes that Dana is pregnant. Xander reels over Dana's secrecy, but Rose advises him to respect Dana's choices. Xander insists that he does, but just wants to support Dana. When Xander assures Dana that she can tell him anything, she laughs it off, realizing what's happened and telling him she's not pregnant. Xander presses Dana for the real explanation, but the penny soon drops and Xander breathes a sigh of relief that it's actually Harper who is expecting. 4. Irene is in denial. Leah asks Justin to visit Irene on the pretense of asking for advice, but canny Irene explodes with anger, accusing Leah and Justin of not trusting her. Irene claims Leah is the one with the problem, adding that they have no idea what she's been through with Bronte's scheming, before throwing the pair out. Later, John asks Irene about the RR meeting she was supposed to attend. In denial, Irene points out that she's drinking out in the open and not in secret, so she doesn't have a problem. Irene then invites all her friends to a dinner party to prove just how fine she is. What could possibly go wrong? 5. Marley is troubled over recent events. Kirby searches for Marley, who failed to show up for his surfing class. When Marley finally arrives, he's evasive and Kirby is furious that she's having to cover for her secretive boss. Worried, Kirby asks if he's being hassled by the River Boys again, but Marley brushes her off and asks her to take his next class. Marley later confides in Tane over his guilt about being in the fight against the Allens, as well as everything else which led to him being questioned for murder. Tane comforts his friend, assuring him that he can move on, but Marley is troubled. How can he move on when he barely recognizes himself anymore? 6. Irene ends her friendship with John. Leah, Justin, Marilyn and John arrive at Irene's, where the hostess immediately pours them wine. Irene makes a toast about honesty and speaking one's truth, tipping John over the edge as he declares that none of this is honest. John adds that Irene is lying to everyone including herself, so he's not going to enable this. John storms out, leaving everyone shocked and uncomfortable. Leah and Justin leave too, while Irene is now several glasses of wine deep and makes a snide comment about Harper declining an offered drink. John, Leah and Justin's further discussions over Irene look set to become a bickering match, until Justin draws from his experience with painkiller addiction and suggests that you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. John refuses to give up, confronting Irene as she throws out some empty whiskey bottles, but furious Irene snaps at John that their friendship is over, and kicks him out of her home. 7. Tane worries about troubled Perry. When Perry returns home late, concerned Tane quizzes him, but Perry is not in the mood for a lecture. Tane is frustrated when a nonchalant Perry is late for a shift, hearing that Perry tried to order a beer just before he was due at work. Tane's about to give Perry a piece of his mind when Mackenzie tells him it's Perry's 18th birthday. Tane is mortified and apologizes to Perry, realizing that Perry is struggling to settle in and just wanted to celebrate. Mac and Levi surprise Perry with an expensive birthday present, and Perry awkwardly thanks them. While he tells Mac he's grateful, at the end of the day, they're still strangers to him. Mac is disappointed that Perry still doesn't feel at home in the Bay. 8. Perry rejects a birthday gesture. Conflicted, Perry feels he doesn't deserve any of this. But Tane insists that he does, and urges him to enjoy it. As Tane and the Fanao sing and play guitar to a traditional tune, they fail to notice that an uncomfortable Perry is on the verge of tears. When Tane suggests getting him a New Zealand passport so he can visit their homeland, Perry snaps that he's not Tane's cultural project, shoving the Manaya necklace gift in his face. Perry later apologizes to a disheartened Tane, explaining that his mum used to talk about going to New Zealand together and he misses her. Tane is understanding. 9. Cash proposes to Eden. Eden consoles Cash as he worries about Felicity, and she enlists their friends to lift his spirits. Cash asks Remy how it's going with Bree, and the smiling Remy reveals it's amazing to have an exceptional woman by his side, someone he truly thinks is the one. Cash takes in his words and watches Eden, the woman who has supported him unconditionally through all of this, and an idea forms. Alone with Eden, Cash thanks her for everything, and a cheery Eden replies that she loves him, wants him to be happy, and asks if there's anything else she can do for him. Looking Eden in the eye, Cash says yes, she can marry him. Eden is stunned by his spontaneous proposal.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của Home and Away Spoiler Today. Xin chào.